কিসে একটু স্ট্রিম করেন আপনাকে
Slow হচ্ছে। Feels like it's... Hello everyone. Good evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Hirani Sakta Chaudhary and I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP, a non-profit organization, is a social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus professional and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional IGP and ISO 9001, 2015 and 10002, 2018 is the training faculty for skill development, which was founded in 2020 and is generating component candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing profession qualification. The Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community resource, providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners through respective campus location and distance learning platforms. We are an occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, and we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, awards, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling aids. On the other side, we are also trying to serve more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivational letter, and world knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can upgrade all day. Kids learning game website, free courses, converter sites, and many, many more. We have to empower youth to learn to meet their expectation and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several trainings, programs, webinars, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. To ensure excellent and in-depth instruction, we arrange with qualified trainers, speakers, and instructors. We extend free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have applications with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual mock signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is a crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learners. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required. To lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity, IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and continuous improvements so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friends in the comment box. I repeat, before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friends in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,226 webinars successfully. At present, we are going to start our 1227, and our today's program name is Fostering Youth Formation Program as a Holistic Approach to Learners Development and Engagement. And we have our speaker. Today, our speaker name is Sir Regi Anias Gauzan, and she is from Philippines. Before I hand over this stage to our ma'am, want to share a very little about our speaker. She is a project development officer and Department of Education. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm also fine. Ma'am, please give some description about yourself. Then you can start your presentation.
Okay, so good evening to all our global audience in FB Live and YouTube. So I am Regian Gozon from the Philippines. I am a project development officer, youth formation coordinator from the school's governance and operations division at the SDO Angeles City. I am a former assistant instructor at a computer university in the Philippines before I joined the government service in the year 2017. So that's it for
Okay,
my
ma'am. Thank you.
introduction.
Ma'am, can I start?
Okay, thank you so much. So, our topic for tonight is about a fostering youth formation program as a holistic approach to learners' development and engagement. So once again, I am Regian Goson, PDO1 Youth Formation Coordinator. So I hope you are all in good condition tonight. our global audience. Before I start my presentation, I want to thank the following person. Special thanks to Kaushik Datta, the director and founder of the Institute of Global Professionals, or IGP, our schools division superintendent, Ma'am Maria Irene P. Tamayo, CESO 5 for allowing me to grace this webinar, and to my colleagues from the SGOD in the SDO Angeles City, especially to Dr. Narciso I. Ambrosio and to Dr. Percival Y. Capitulo and my Youth Formation Division family. Okay, so before I move forward, I wanna know your thoughts or your insights. What comes to your mind when you hear the word youth? So to encourage the maximum participation of our audience, you may type in your comment in the chat box, in the FB Live, or in the YouTube comment section. What comes to your mind when you hear the word youth? Okay, you can type in your comments in the section box, comment box, I mean, and then I will try to look at it later. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Okay, for our discussion for tonight, we have the spearheading and mobilizing a student government program, promoting climate resilience and environmental protection to the National Greening Program, or the NGP, and nurturing nationhood and civic engagement among the youth, reinforcing the campaign against illegal drugs through Barkada Contra Droga Program, or the BKD, and advocating for inclusion, accessibility, and equality through allyship programs, and establishing partnership and linkages in support of the youth formation programs, projects, and activities. Okay, so before I move to the main discussion, I want to share with you a glimpse about the Youth Formation Division where I belong. So the YFD aims to develop the country's youth for societal growth, and it inspires to mold learners into proactive Filipino youth who understands that society cannot succeed unless all its parts work together to address the nation's aspirations. Further, it is anchored in supporting the implementation of the K-12 curriculum by honing and complementing the following learning areas and skills like societal engagement, technical skills, social skills, creativity, innovation skills, affective skills, and self-mastery skills. The YFD purpose endeavors to provide youth-serving units and organizations with responsive, learner-centered, youth-oriented policies, standards, guidelines, programs, and projects which shall contribute to the holistic development of our learners who are value-driven, career-oriented, culturally rooted, and socially responsible. The YFD goal is to strive to empower Filipino children and youth imbued with the values maka-Diyos or pro-God, makatao, pro-people, makakaliskasan, pro-nature, and makabansa or pro-country, enabling them to become highly skilled individuals who are responsible, hardworking, enterprising, persevering, value-driven, and culturally rooted. What we do and YFD and the right to participation aims to develop the country's youth for societal growth, and its purpose is to provide youth serving units and organizations with responsive, learner centered, youth oriented policies, standards, guidelines, and programs and projects which shall contribute to the holistic development of learners who are value driven, career oriented, culturally rooted, and socially responsible, and it strives to empower Filipino children and youth imbued with the core values, enabling them to become highly skilled individuals who are responsible, hardworking, enterprising, persevering, value driven, and culturally rooted. YFD strives to foster a holistic approach to youth development by providing opportunities for engagement in key areas of advocacy. The YFD led major advocacy milestones that upheld the right of children to be heard and participate in making decisions about their education. Okay, so for our first topic, we have spearheading and mobilizing the student government program. So what is a student government program? So student government program, or the SGP, is the Philippines program for pupil governments in elementary schools and student governments in secondary schools of the Department of Education. It is the foremost co-curricular student organization authorized to implement pertinent programs, projects, and activities in Philippine schools as mandated by the Department of Education. The Philippines has a complex student union with different names such as student government. So the term used in all public secondary schools and some of the universities or colleges, and student council for most of the colleges and universities. So I believe most of our leaders came from their student government in their early childhood or in their respective schools way back in their early grades. So I think student government program in the Philippines is a good platform for them to be a good leader in the future. Okay, so the government student government programs, the foremost co-curricular student organization authorized to operate and implement pertinent programs, projects, and activities in school nationwide. It lays the groundwork for good governance, volunteerism, unity, and cooperation by providing the students various venues where they can improve their leadership knowledge, skills, and attitudes. They also train students to become better members of society in accordance with the ideals and principles of participatory democracy and good citizenship. These are the recommended programs, projects, and activities, or the PPAs of the student government. So when you see the word lead, it refers to the PPAs, or the programs, projects, and activities that shall be organized and conducted at the school level by the student government to ensure the participation of the learners. While for the assist, it refers to the activities that shall be implemented at the school level with the support of the student government through physical or virtual participation. So these stated PPAs are just the minimum compliance requirements for the proper implementation of the student government program. All given activities are subject, of course, to localization, and the student government can still add supplementary activities, of course, according to their needs. So let me define to you one by one what's the meaning of student leadership formation program. So the objectives in conducting a student leadership formation program is to foster and strengthen holistically the leadership, management, and skills development of student government leaders of all public and private schools nationwide, and to nurture the formative values, attitudes, and traits of the student leaders to become authentic and well rounded individuals imbued with a strong sense of upholding the core values. So, example of activities in the student leadership program are the school based leadership camp or virtual leadership training. So next, we have also peer coaching activities. The objective is to increase social connectedness and create a sense of belonging within support peer groups. So example of activities is to conduct a virtual or face-to-face peer support program. Next, we also have the International Youth Day celebration. The objective is to create awareness and understanding regarding the 15 youth priority areas and the 17 SDGs of the United Nations. Example of activity is to conduct a youth forum on the observance of the International Youth Day celebration, whether it is a face-to-face or a virtual celebration. Next, we also have the National Children's Month. The objectives are the following: intensify public awareness and campaign on the rights of children and remind all sectors to be responsible in raising Filipino children for them to reach their full potential, promote a child-friendly, a child-sensitive, healthy environment and governance across school communities and offices, establish a shared vision, and to strengthen partnership with lead agencies and local non-government agencies in promoting the rights of every child. So we can tap different government agencies and private sectors in implementing the National Children's Month. The main advocacy of celebrating the National Children's Month is to promote the rights of every child. So, example activity to be conducted is the culmination of the National Children's Month activities. So, next we have also the National Students' Day. The objectives are the following: to recognize the value of inculcating love of the country and social responsibility among the youth. It is also the objective to recognize the invaluable contribution of student advocates to Philippine democracy for initiating efforts and to foster leadership amongst Filipino students. So example of activities are student congress, and next we also have the National Day of Remembrance for road crash victims, survivors, and families. The main objective of this celebration is to raise public awareness campaign on road safety advocacy programs and services. So we can do solidarity march and then launch a social media campaign on road safety awareness. And then we can also have a partnership with our local government units and other related private and government sectors to raise public awareness campaign on road safety advocacy. Okay, so next we have also core values advocacy. The objective is to inform, re-educate, and inspire students regarding the essence of the DepEd core values, the Filipino people, and their relevance to nation building. So there are a lot of activities um, that we need to conduct in advocacy of core values, like for example interfaith activities. We can do also tutorial services, community outreach, and then we can also do a national cleanup day. And then next we have also the World Teachers Day or the National Teacher Celebration. The objective is to organize activities which start during the Teachers Month campaign. So we can do a school culmination of the National Teacher Celebration and World Teachers Day activities. So these are the lead PPAs of the student government. And then we can now move forward to the assist the following activities. So we have also Global Hand Washing Day. So in coordination with the school health and nutrition personnel, the Brigada Eskwela or Back to School program of DepEd in coordination with the school coordinator. Also, we have the early registration in coordination also with the Back to School coordinator. We have also children and adolescent health in coordination with the school health and nutrition personnel. We have disaster risk reduction in coordination with the school DRRM coordinator and other DepEd youth-related activities. So there are lead and assist PPAs of the student government. So these are just the minimum compliance of the student government program. Yeah, let me also share to you the milestones of the Youth Formation Division, mobilization of the student governments for them to be engaged and heard. A series of upskilling and capacity buildings activities were made available for students and student leaders alike to equip them towards becoming more effective and proactive student leaders. There are a lot of comprehensive sessions on the parliamentary procedure and personality and leadership development opportunities were conducted for them virtually. So this was the time of 2021 in the mid of a pandemic. Next, another milestone from the youth formation is that after almost 10 years, the Youth Formation Division endeavored to revive the National Federation of the Supreme Student Governments, or the NFSSG, as an avenue for student leaders across the country to collaborate on meaningful projects and engage on various leadership activities and discuss relevant issues pertaining to student welfare. Okay, so now let's move forward to the promoting climate resilience and environmental protection through the National Greening Program, or the NGP. Okay, living up to the makakalikasan or the pro-nature core value of DepEd and answering to the urgent call for the preservation and conservation of the environment, we strongly push for sustainable projects aimed at instilling a greener way of life among students and teachers. Some of the projects initiated are the search for the heritage trees in public schools, Let a Million Flowers Bloom, and various webinar series on environmental sustainability and climate resilience. So this is just an example of um, search for the heritage trees in public schools featuring Sumakab Elementary School from Region 3, Cabanatuan City. Next, under the National Greening Program, there are three sub-programs. We have the Gulayan sa Paaralan program, or in English, it is called the School Vegetable Garden Program. And then we have also School Inside the Garden, or the SIGA, or the SIGA. And then we have also the Youth for Environment in Schools Organization, or the YESO. So the National Greening Program is composed of three sub-programs, as mentioned. For the Gulayan sa Paaralan Program, or the GPP, or in English it is called the School Vegetable Garden Program, is one of the mechanisms that the government implemented to promote and raise awareness to address food insecurity in the country. So food insecurity is the state where people lack regular access to enough safe and nutritious food for normal growth and development and active and healthy life. So this is what we need in times of pandemic, no? We need to sustain our food and to have normal growth and development and active and healthy life. So this will help schools to become self-reliant, self-sufficient in addressing the nutritional deficiency among the learners. Each school will also implement the program by allotting at least 200 square meters for the establishment of a vegetable garden with the engagement of different stakeholders such as the Parent Teacher Association, or the PTA, national government agencies, like for example, the Department of Agriculture or your own city agriculture office, non-government organizations, like for example, East-West Seed Foundation, and other entities that may consider significant to the implementation of the project. Next, schools with limited area may use alternative gardening methods such as container gardening, in-ground gardening, raised bed, vertical gardening, This one is very famous, the hydroponics gardening, aquaponic gardening, square foot, upside down, hanging gardening, and other methods appropriate to the schools. So each schools shall also establish a nursery or seed bank for the propagation of vegetable seedlings, fruit-bearing, and forestry seedlings to sustain the seedling requirements of the school for the whole year. The school may also coordinate with the city local agricultural office for the provision of seeds and the proper guidance on the establishment of a nursery or a seed bank. And however, if a school has not have enough space for the establishment of such purpose, may forge partnership with the community or barangay officials to utilize the vacant lot near the school to build nursery or seed bank. Next, another sub-program of the NGP is the School Inside the Garden, or the SIGA. It primarily focuses on the establishing of schools inside the gardens, featuring mostly indigenous and endemic trees and flowering plants, making campuses nationwide green and colorful. It also promotes the creation of nurseries for indigenous and endemic trees in specific campuses that will serve as a laboratory of our learners and to strengthen the integration of environmental education in the elementary and high school curriculum. It also aims to sustain environmental consciousness and active and action among learners and the community and instill to them the values of unity, teamwork, volunteerism, nationalism, community service for environmental protection and conservation, and highlight the importance of schools and their role in the efforts to rehabilitate a heavily challenged natural environment and their initiative toward a sustainable national greening program. So this is one of the project of the DepEd Central Office last 2021. This is the DepEd Project Million Flowers. Next, we have also another sub-program of the NGP is the Youth for Environment in Schools organization. So the objective in establishing YESO is to be aware and create awareness of the state of the environment and ecology, in including and prevailing issues and concerns relative thereto. It is also aims to establish a specific and doable programs, projects, and activities to address issues and concerns on the environment and ecology. Network with other government and non-government organizations. So like for example, we need to network or collaborate with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or the DENR or your city environmental office, including YESO in other schools within the division and region with regard to support and assistance to programs, projects, and activities of the organization. It also encourages community participation and initiative in environmental and ecological movements and action. It also develops among members and the community the proper environmental values, skills, and activities. Next, the Youth for Environment in Schools organization shall form part of the regular undertaking on its own or in partnership with concerned government and non-government organizations. So we have the tree planting and growing of endemic and local species of trees such as Nara, Molave, Philippine teak, acacia, and kamagong. And fruit-bearing trees are enjoined inside and outside of the school premises. Other tree species may also be planted provided there is a significant portion inside and outside of the school premises allotted for endemic and local species. Letter B, we can have also awareness campaigns and symposia on environmental issues and actions The campaigns and symposia should focus on global warming, water conservation, watershed protection, deforestation, and environment and health related concerns such as dengue, malaria, sanitation, and pollution. We can have also outreach programs. The ESO shall conduct outreach programs in nearby communities such as coastal and road cleanups, mangrove tree planting, and many others. We can also have waste management, segregation, recycling, and entrepreneurship program. All school entrances, exits, and strategic corners must be placed with waste storage bins specifically marked or labeled appropriately for cans, papers, plastic bottles or containers, plastic wrappers, styrofoam, and many others. These wage storage bins must be kept dry for the materials to be useful. An arrangement must be made with the organizations or institutions for the entrepreneurial part of this program. A materials recovery facility or MRF where usable and recyclable waste may be processed and stored and may be established in every school if possible. Next, we have watershed protection and conservation. Where applicable, YesO environmental activities should include and prioritize identification of watershed areas, reinvigoration of these areas through planting and growing of endemic and local tree species, and protection through awareness campaigns with nearby communities. Next week, can also have environmental and science camp. The ESO shall organize school-based environmental or science camp to consolidate environmental efforts and actions. The division and regional offices through the division and regional supervisors or coordinators handling science are encouraged to organize a division-wide and region-wide environmental science camps respectively. Topics may be based on the annual Youth for Environment Summer Yes O Camp. The following programs, projects, and activities may form part of the regular undertaking of the ESO. Clean up drive inside and surrounding the school premises, including public, common areas in the community, waste management, segregation, and recycling program, awareness campaigns to address specific issues such as pollution, sanitation, and health, symposia trainings, nursery establishment and tree planting activities, fun run for the environment, and youth for environment in summer camp. So these are just the PPAs of the YesO organization. Next, we have the nurturing nationhood and civic engagement among the youth. Fulfilling depth and trust to produce learners imbued with the makabansa or pro-country value, we embark on several programs designed to instill the values of nationalism and civic responsibility among the youth. Anchored in the concepts of service, love for the country, advocacy, and creativity, it became an avenue for the cultivation of a more nationalistic and patriotic population. So, notable projects included the Philippine Independence Day Youth Forum and Pulse of the Youth, and the voter registration campaign for the last 2022 elections. Next, we also have the reinforcing the campaign against illegal drugs through Barkada Contra Droga or the BKD. So through the Barkada Contra Droga, or in English, it is called the student chapter. It is a student chapter against drug. The YFD is also at the forefront of a comprehensive and student-centered campaign against the effects of illegal drug use among the students. So this is in full support to the government's strong campaign against drugs, the National BKD Convention, and the webinar on refusal skills among youth leaders are just some of the initiatives conducted to further advocate this cause. So last year, we also conducted our symposium on drug abuse and illicit trafficking of drugs in celebration of the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking last 2022. The Students Chapter Against Drug is a peer group organized to promote and support school activities that promote awareness and intervention to drug abuse and its related issues. This group also supports the projects of the community and its local government with the same objective. So this organization is supported by the students, teachers, school administrators, barangay council, local government units, private institutions, and other identified stakeholders. So DepEd also celebrates the APC Week and announces the BKD Implementers National Winners. Next, we also have advocating for inclusion, accessibility, and equality through allyship programs. So the Youth Formation is opening its doors to projects and activities aimed at promoting inclusion and accessibility and equality through various allyship programs in coordination with the dynamic partners such as Microsoft Philippines. It also looks forwards to more proactive and inclusive programs that will raise awareness on the youth on matters related to gender equality, educational inclusion, and even the LGBTQ plus concerns. So under the Youth Formation Program, we also handled the Child Protection Program of DepEd. So pursuant to the 1987 Constitution, the state shall protect and promote the right of all children to accessible and quality basic education. Alongside this right is the constitutional policy that the state shall promote and protect their holistic development through the promotion of their physical, moral, spiritual, and intellectual and social well-being. So the 1987 Constitution and other domestic and international laws, primarily the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child or the UNCRC, guarantee a range of rights of children to promote their overall well-being. Among the rights of the child is the basic education are the right in education, right against discrimination, right to health, right to participation, and to have one's view heard, right to religion, right to play and rest, and right to protection against all forms of violence, abuse, neglect, cruelty, exploitation, and maltreatment. So, DepEd really strengthened the implementation of the Child Protection Program. So, the department, in upholding the right of the child to special protection and reiterating its policy of zero tolerance for any act of abuse and violence against the child. So that's why DepEd issues DepEd Order Number 40, Series of 2012, titled Policy Guidelines on Protecting Children in School from Abuse, Violence, Exploitation, Discrimination, Bullying, and other forms of abuse, also known as the DepEd Child Protection Policy. The department also fully recognizes the rights of the child and takes proactive measure to uphold not only the right of the child to special protection, but also the other rights of the child in the context of basic education. And for the last topic, establishing partnership and linkages in support of the youth formation programs, project, and activities. So we need also to establish and collaborate and to have a partnership with our other government agencies, non-government agencies, private sectors, or private individuals in support of our youth formation programs, projects, and activities. So what's the meaning of partnership in education? It is the collaboration between different stakeholders in the education sector to achieve common goals and improve educational outcomes, it also involves sharing of resources, expertise, and experiences to create programs and initiatives that support students, teachers, and communities. It can also help to address challenges, enhance opportunities, and improve the quality of education. This who will benefit from this partnership. There are many benefits of partnership in education, and several stakeholders can benefit, including learners. Students benefit from partnership in education by having access to a wider range of resources, experiences, and opportunities that can help to support their learning and development. Teachers can also benefit from partnership in education by having access to professional development opportunities, resources, and support, which can help them to improve their teaching skills and effectiveness. Schools can also benefit from partnership in education by having access to additional resources, expertise, and experiences that can help to support student learning and address the challenges facing education today. Communities can also benefit from partnership in education by having access to better educational opportunities and resources which can help to improve the overall quality of life in the community. Businesses can also benefit from partnership in education by being able to contribute to the education and development of future workers and by having access to a well educated workforce. And of course, government agencies can also benefit from partnership in education by being able to work with schools and other government and other organizations to provide resources and support that can help to improve education outcomes and address the challenges facing education today. Overall, partnership in education can help to create a more collaborative, effective, and sustainable education system that benefits all stakeholders and leads to improved educational outcomes for students. So, in implementing youth formation programs, project, and activities, I highly encourage you to have a partnership with stakeholders, like, for example, the government, other government agencies, non-government agencies, private sectors, and private individuals. You can gain from them support by providing capacity building, free training, seminar, workshops, and resources. So it's very important for you to have a partnership in support to your youth formation programs, projects, and activities. Okay, so before I end my presentation, let me share to you a famous quote from our national hero by Dr. Jose Rizal. So I hope you still believe in this quote that the youth is the hope of our future. Okay, again, thank you so much for listening. I hope you gain some knowledge about youth formation for tonight's webinar. Again, thank you so much and God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention, learn and grow together IGP knowledge seekers. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you so much, IGP.
Ma'am, now it's time for our question answer session. After the short video, we will start our question answer session, which is one more valuable part of our regular webinars. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Our speaker will answer those questions. After short video will be back, so please stay with us and enjoy our session. Once again, welcome back, everyone. It's time for our question answer session. Participator request to ask their question as much as you want to know from our speaker will answer those questions. After question answer, we will share certification process. After certification, we have an online quiz competition. Let's welcome back our speaker. Hello, ma'am. Once again,
Hello, good
welcome.
evening.
Welcome
Good
again
evening.
once again. Dear participant, we are waiting for your question. Please ask your question in the comment box. Our speaker will answer those questions. After question answer session, we have our certification process. Then we have our quiz session. Our first question from Hazel. How can schools and educators promote holistic student development?
Hi, can I answer now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you can
Okay.
answer.
So, good evening to Ma'am Isel Abroguena. So, her question is how can schools and educators promote holistic student development? So, based from my presentation a while ago, I think they can start with the student government program as it advocates leadership and honing of development skills among students. So I think there is a guide where are the recommended programs, project and activities which they can implement in their schools so that their leadership skills, development skills, and the core values advocacies will be implemented.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Yeah, participant, we are still waiting for your question. You can ask in our comment box. Our speaker will answer those questions. Please address speaker name, then you can question. The next question from Narj. How important is the partnership with school and other public and private agencies?
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful question from Sir Nars Ambrosio. The question is, how important is the partnership with school and other public and private agencies? So it is very important as it promotes collaboration, linkages within the organization, like for example in the schools, collaborating with different government agencies, non-government agencies, private individuals, and private companies. Because collaborating with different agencies have many benefits. For example, you can have free trainings, seminars. They also conduct free capacity buildings for students and teachers. So we can also promote camaraderie within the employees in the government sector. So it's very important to promote linkages and collaboration with the schools and other NGOs and other government agencies.
Thank you, ma'am. Then next question from Asia. Ma'am Rigi, kindly is FYD a national or global organization?
Okay, thank you so much for that question, Mr. Isaiah Kiangbi. So, Ma'am Rigi, kindly is FYD or National Government Organization. Actually, it is YFD or Youth Formation Division. It is a division in the central office, so it is national. It is a
Um,
national division in DepEd.
Ma'am, I think we covered all of our question. There is no more question. So once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. Either that some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, ma'am. Uh,
Thank you so much for the opportunity, IGP.
Thank you, and take care. Hope to see you next time.
Yes, hope to see you soon.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. IGP Knowledge Seek is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition. So please stay with us and enjoy our session. Once again, welcome back, everyone. It's time for our certification process. Today, our program name is Fostering Youth Formation Program as a holistic approach to learners' development and engagement. Today, our code is IGP 1009 and code is IGP 1009. Today, program name is Fostering Youth Formation Program as a holistic approach to learners' development and engagement. And today, our code is IGP 1009. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. How to claim your e-certificate? First, you have to go www.eduigp.com. Then you have to click in sign in. Then log in if you already have an account, or create a new account if you are new. Once you log in, click free webinars and select the webinar title. And today our webinar title is Fostering Youth Formation Program as a Holistic Approach to Learners' Development and Engagement. And tap the code in your certificate code box. And today we have our code is IGP1009. It is auto downloadable in PDF file already. Just check it in your file manager or download folder. And don't forget to leave a review on our Facebook page, website, and in Google. Dear participants, it's time for our quiz session. To join the online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. To join our quiz competition, first you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is even. And the code is even. After short video, we'll be back. So please stay with us and enjoy our question and answer. Once again, welcome back, everyone. It's time for our question answer. Sorry, it's time for our quiz session. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction properly. First, you have to go www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. And quiz code is even. And quiz code is even. EVEN. Quiz code is even. Uh, we can see that already 41 people joined with us. So now we'll start our quiz session. And don't forget to join with your full name because we'll pick your name from Slido. So join with your full name, which will redirect to print on certificates. Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificate. 41 people join with us. So now we'll start our quiz session. So please everyone be ready. Our first question is, which of these explorers is most synonyms with the fountain of youth. Option 1, Juan Ponce de Leon. And second option is Captain Cook. Which of these explorers is most synonyms with the fountain of youth? Is it option 1 or option 2? We can see that the correct answer is option 1. In the leaderboard, the top one is Janiliel Borza Mandui. In second position, we have Marvelous. Now we go for a second now question. And the question is a theory of group formation which contains three key words is option 1, Homer's theory. Second option is swarm behavior. And the correct answer is option 1, Homer's theory, and 75% people are right. Now I go for our next question. In Homer's theory, which of these plays the most crucial role in group formation? Is it option 1, interaction, and second option, sentiments? We can see that the correct answer is interaction, and 81% people are right. Move to the next question. And the question is, what is fostering? Option 1, fostering homes help with socialization. Second option is fostering can help animals get the help that they may not get a shelter. The correct answer is option 2, and 51% people are right. Move to the next question. And the question is, do you need a fostering license to foster? Do you need a fostering license to foster? Option 1, true. Second option is false. And the correct answer is option 1, true, and 50% people are right. Move to the next slide. Next question. Which of this is not a type of fostering? Is it option parent and child? Second option is adoption. RIGIE. GI. Follow. And the correct answer is option 2, adoption, and 32% people are right. Okay. Now I go for our seven long question. Is there a difference between fostering and adopting? Is it option 1, true? Second option is false. And the correct answer is true, and 83% people are right. Now go for our eighth long question. Can fostering help with socialization? Is it true or false? The correct answer is true, and 94% people are right. Now we go for our ninth number question, and the question is: we commit to fostering dash and effective meetings. As an option focused, or second option is efficient. The correct answer is efficient, and 57% were right. Now we go for our last and final question, and the question is: select all requirements for fostering a child. Is it option or recommendation of advocate? Second option, mentally and physically health. And the correct answer is mentally and physically health, and 56% people are right. Congratulations. Congratulations, Marvelous Montia Onasa. He's our top one. In second position, we have Ricky Arsalima. In third position, we have Anne Lita Q. Fourth position, we have John Carlo Lacaba. In fifth position, we have Maria Salvarnogi. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we'll issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group. Our official Facebook and group name is Institution of Global Professional. Our official name of Facebook official page and group name is Institution of Global Professionals. At the end moment of our session, we can say probably feed your skill. Never stop learning because life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in our every program. If you want to live a happy life tied to goal, not to things or people. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end live button, again wants to thanks to all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you in our next session. Till then, stay happy and blessed. Thank you so much, everyone.